Welcome to Harness Central. I'm Harold Howe. I'm at Classy Lane Training Center with Scott McEneny, who's had, well, your best year since 2003. I got to congratulate you. I mean, I know you were at one stage, you were talking about this was it. There had to be something else in life.
Yeah, I kind of got out a little bit there. I went work for Univet selling pharmaceuticals and that, and then all the stuff with the government happened, and it kind of went downhill. So, I got back into it, and I have to give all credit to Brad Grant and Teresa Davison, John's son and daughter. They, we bought some horses together that year, and they turned out to be not bad, Sire Stakes horses, and here we are now.
The barn made just under $1 million. And if there's one way, I think, to describe what you bought and what's ended up is the toughest thing, I think, in the game is trying to find value today when you go shopping. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, definitely. And I try not to spend, I don't have a lot of money to spend myself, so and I always like to try to own part of them. So I always try to look for the diamond in the rough, and I think I found one this year for sure, but it's been a good year.
Well, let's talk about Betters Up. Now, the end of February, I came around and pestered you about doing 2-year-old and training videos, and she was one of them. Better's Delight, $15,000 yearling in Lexington. She was late on the 4th day, and you said, well, she was small, but she didn't have a bad family, and you kind of liked her, and she was cheap, but had a good gait. She only made $216.
Yeah.
So what happened from the end of February till she finished racing?
You know what? I just we put her in a different set of training and just sat behind them and never moved her, and just let her follow. And by the time we got down ready to qualify, she was going by them, and that's when I knew she might be something a little better than what I thought. And then the first time we qualified her, James McDonald went with her, and she flew home, and the rest is history. She's just gutsy. She's got a big heart. She's got a long gait, but she's got a short hobble, and she just wants to go forward.
No good in the 3 diamonds, but still made $216 and 11 starts.
Yeah, the 3 diamonds was a little different for her. I didn't like the trip she got. I thought she should have been raced a little harder. She likes to race. She wants to race hard, and just didn't work out for her.
One horse who did well for you that you didn't have when I was here in February, Streak Havana. This is a big Jim Gelding, 2-year-old, bought privately. Only made 187. No good in the super final, but 3 gold wins. Got to have one of them every year.
Yeah, I was watching him at home his first start in the grassroots, and I liked the way he finished up, and contacted to Mike Rive and made a deal and bought him. And the super final wasn't his fault. He got a wheel stepped on around the last turn, and the tube come out of the tire and wrapped around the wheel. So he pulled that wheel all the way down the lane, seized up. So I can't take that final away from him.
But nice addition to the barn.
Oh, very. I think he'll be a really nice 3-year-old next year.
Tycoon Sealster. This was an Angus Hall 2-year-old gelding. Broke the bank at $23,000, the Forest City sale. We videoed him, and you said at the time he was a late foal, a brother to Travis Sealster. We'll see.
Yeah.
And he made 166 in just 6 starts.
Yeah, he was a pretty nice horse. He was very immature. He didn't have the best gait, but I think a lot of it was just immaturity. And he grinded out some money. He's got a big heart and wants to go forward, and I think he can be something good next year.
He's one of those horses you look at him and said he knew where the bank was.
Yeah, and he always went to the end of the wire. Like I think he's going to be a hell of a nice 3-year-old. He was really growing up, and for next year, and I think he'll be nice.
And then there was Better's Dream, another Better's Delight, which was a shock. $45,000 yearling, and made $108,000. Was just kind of very consistent and catching corners, I guess might be the way it was. How did you view the horse at the end of the year?
At the beginning of the year, I thought he was pretty nice. He went into the Nassagawe as dead favorite. He got roughed up pretty good, finished second. In the Metro, he was one of the favorites, I thought, and he just drew outside posts. He was fighting sickness and everything else. So we kind of, you're in them big races and you're trying to treat them and fix them up. And it just didn't work. He drew bad posts all the time, so we kind of shut him down. We brought him back for the Governor's Cup. He got 4th in the final. It was kind of a couple horses making breaks and stuff, got in the road. But I'm hoping he comes back to be a nice 3-year-old. In his family, there was nobody in the family that raced at 2. So I'm hoping he can step up next year. He's a nice, big, good-looking horse, so I'm hoping he can step up.
So how have you set yourself up for the winter with new stock?
Yeah, too many.
How many we got?
15 yearlings. And then I got all the other ones to come back, so there's probably around 25, 26 horses.
In your mind, is there anything to be learned from your experience of having had Betters Delight years ago, and then, things not going well to the point where you're thinking of leaving, and then here you are, you're complaining too many horses?
You know what? I just work hard. I have this year I had one girl working for me, Stacy Curry, that was a blessing because she worked 24/7, and I think that's a big success this year with us. There was just me and her, and I had another girl that worked like from 10 to 5 in the morning, and from 5 to 10 in the morning, and then we would put the horses away ourselves. So she was a big help, and I just work hard, and I got great owners, and that's one thing I really appreciate. That they're behind me.
In selecting the group of 2-year-olds you have, you bought some very inexpensively, had great success. And in the past, in years ago with Jack Grant, you had some very expensive ones that are still looking for their mother. Yeah. How is a girl to know what to do when you go to the sale anymore?
Yeah,
I guess it's always been like that, really. But is it a true crapshoot?
I think so. I mean, what I always say is the next day after the sale, they're all worth the same amount of money because you don't know if they're any good or not. They got to have a heart. I don't care how big they are or how small they are. They got to have a heart to go forward. That's my opinion.
Well, it's certainly working out so far. So congratulations on a great year, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Harold Howe with Scott McEneny, giving you the Harness Racing Edge.